Hello everybody, and welcome to another brand new episode here on 1950's Farm. So as you can see, we've got the delivery people in today, or not necessarily the delivery people because they're not delivering, they're taking away. But yeah, we've got the haulage company in today, that's the word I was looking for. And we're selling the soya beans out of the big shed on the dairy because that shed is now due and ready to be coming down, so that's going to be the first shed that gets taken down. And so we're getting that emptied, and then what we're going to do is we've then got to move some of the equipment about, get it out of the farmyard, get it onto what was the corn stubble, hence the reason why I haven't ploughed that and I haven't muck spread it either, because we've got the equipment and things that we've got around the farm at the moment. It's got to go onto that field, and once we get the farm built, then we obviously move all the equipment back off that field into its new places. There's going to be at least one more cow barn, possibly two, but at least one more, so a minimum of one more, but there might be another one, only because, as I've said before, the fields that we farm are huge, and we produce way too much, sort of hay and silage now than we've ever done before. So we need something to utilise all of that. We need to be able to use all of the material that we're producing, and so the only way that realistically we can do that is to have more cows, and that way we will be able to use, as I say, more of the bales and things. So as I say, that's the idea behind that. We're going to have machinery sheds, we're going to have new grain silo bins, just trying to think what else we're going to have. And we're going to have new grain silo bins, new cows, new vehicle sheds, and implement sheds, places to store, and yeah, new bins. The silage clamp is okay that we've got, that's fine, we don't need to do too much there, too much in the way of that. So yeah, as I say, we've lots to get on with, but the first job, as I say, is to get the crop out of the shed and get it sold. That's going to generate money. The money at the moment that they're getting from, or that we're getting from selling this crop, will get transferred into the dairy's money. The dairy's money is obviously separate to Harry's money. So I do make a note of every time we sell something how much it is and who we sold it on behalf of, so whether we sold it on behalf of Harry or whether we sold it on behalf of the dairy. And Harry's been getting bits and pieces new. I mean, as has the dairy, they've had one or two little bits and pieces new as well, but they, with the dairy, I've been saving the money, for the farm build. And the good thing about it is, on farming sim as opposed to real life, I can go into the thing, I can look at how much each shed is, I can look at how much this and that is, I know exactly how much the farm needed, and so all I've done basically is sort of earned my way to that amount of money, and that's how much we're going to do. But as I say, that the money that I figured out I needed, I'm actually going to need more, because I've got one or two more little plans. Thanks again, and again another massive shout out, because without him, this save would not quite be what it is, because he's kind of very quietly in the background points me in the right direction, or says, no, actually you're not quite right about that, that's, this is how you do it, or that's, why it's done that way, or whatever. And so as I say, PA Plowboy again mentioned to me about some old-fashioned silo bins that were available to download and would fit in very nicely with this save, and they've been downloaded and they've been got, and obviously they're going to go in, whereas before I was looking at having it tip in sheds, even though I knew it didn't happen. It doesn't happen that way in the USA, you know. And again, he pointed out for the reasons of rodents and lots of other reasons why it's not widely done in in America. He then pointed me in the right direction of those bins, and why is that not? Oh, that's why. The elevator has slipped down the crop. Oop. There we go. So yeah, big, as I say, massive thank you to him, and again, another shout out, and as always, go and check out his channel. For an Englishman like me, to see the way that things are done on American cattle farm, very interesting. As I say, I do very much enjoy the shorts, as I said before, and he has sort of kind of privately said as well to me that YouTube is acting really weird at the moment for him and his shorts and his views and stuff. My shorts have gone from getting on average around sort of 450 to 500 views, and now getting 7, and I can't work out why, because I'm doing nothing any different to what I've always done, and my shorts have always done 450 to sort of 600-700 views, and now they're getting like 7s and 9s, and I think the highest one that I've got at the moment that I've uploaded recently is I think this morning when I looked it was at about 21, I think it was, or 25, something like that. So I don't know what's going on. And as I say, the other sort of weird thing is that channels that I was watching, and PA Ploughboy being one of them, I'm no longer being they're no longer coming up in my feed and stuff like that, and it's really frustrating because I don't, when I go onto YouTube, I don't always sort of think or remember. I kind of see a video, then I think, oh yeah, and then I'll watch sort of 3 or 4 videos in a row, and then I sort of get in bed and then think, oh darn it, I didn't look for, I didn't see any of them today, so I'm gonna have to look, and then I get behind. So I will catch up, I promise. In fact, I'm writing it down now. There we go. Right, I've written it down, so no excuses now. But yeah, so as I say, new bins and different things, and it's going to hopefully look really good. I mean, as always, don't expect anything amazing, because I'm not. That's not where my talents lie. I'm not sure where my talents do lie, if I'm honest with you, but that's not that's not one of them. But yeah, so in this episode, hopefully we'll get the soybeans all sold. I'm probably going to sell Harry's as well, to be fair, not in this episode, I'll do that off camera, but so we'll get that one done, and then we'll get the equipment moved out of the sheds and get the sheds all cleaned and cleared and ready to go. And obviously it's very, very important, because we do have live cattle on the farm, that any disruption that we are obviously going to experience is kept to the minimum that it can be kept to, so that obviously we don't upset the cows and what have you. So we need to sort of plan, and it's the far side of the farm that's going to be knocked down first, and then the sheds nearer to the cow barn, and then we'll go from there. But looking forward to it, I've got to be honest, actually. I'm looking forward to it. Like I say, I'm not much of a farm builder, but I do enjoy attempting to build them, and sometimes I do a really good job, and then other times I sort of don't. It's not that I don't, but I just sort of not really happy with the result, but it's still a fully functional farm, so But yeah, as I say, it's do you know what? There's a hidden collision in these silos on both sort of holes, if you like. So, and if you don't get it exactly in the middle, honestly, it's so frustrating. It's more frustrating that I forget. Gotta be honest, rather than the collisions, which are frustrating. But I've used them that many times, and I still hit them. And I think, James, look, you just have to be in the middle. So it's really simple. It's really easy. Just be in the blooming middle. But yeah, so luckily as well, the soybeans are a pretty good price at the moment. They're not quite to the top price that they should be, but they're not far off. They're close enough for me to think, yeah, we'll sell them. I mean, the dairy ones we've got to sell because we need that shed empty. So we've, our hand sort of there has been kind of forced, but we are losing money, but we're not losing as much money as we might have done. So that's really, really good. That's really, really good. As I say, that's been a sort of welcome sort of bonus in a way that, yes, we are losing money, but not that much. We're not doing too bad out of it. Definitely pay for the rest of the farm anyway, that is for sure. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, and then as I say, in sort of the next episodes coming up, yes, we'll have the farm build. We've then got the firewood sort of to do for Harry, and the way that I've got to do that is I've got to kind of compromise it, because I can't do it the way that you would do it in real life, because the game doesn't have the capacity for that, and the mod that I want to use doesn't accept the trees that I want to cut down. So it only wants you to put in these types of so that the sort of really tall the trees you find in the forest, so like those trees there, it would accept the logs for them, but it won't accept the decoration trees. So I've got to sort of compromise on that, but that will become clear when I actually get around to to doing that job. So I want to get that land cleared. The next episode is going to be another harvesting episode, so I've got a field of corn that needs to be harvested. I haven't forgotten about that corn. I'm sort of juggling it, so really hard to kind of juggle Harry's farm and then sort of do the dairies as well, but sort of I'm getting there, and I'm sort of slowly learning to be far more organised and write things down, and so this is the order that things need to be done in, so that everything so that crops go in on time, so that crops come out on time, and different things like that. So it is kind of sort of getting there. But anyway, what I'm going to do is, because I've rabbited on for far too long, I'm going to switch over to a little bit of time lapse. We'll get this sold, get this done, and then what we'll do is as I say, then we've got to move the implements out of the sheds. Yep, there we go. It's because it keeps slipping off the pile, that's why. Bloody mouse, come on. I've got a new mouse when these batteries run out. This should stop that from happening. So we're just going to have to poke the elevator around the corner. Ah, okay, that's stopped. Is it because it's turned off? Which occasionally it does do, you see, and then you get back in and then it does it. It does require me to be in, apparently. We could lower that down a little bit, actually. It doesn't need to be quite as high as that. I lifted it up that high because when I put it against the heap, it obviously dropped the head of the elevator down, so I had to lift it up so the lorry could get underneath it. But we seem okay again now, which is pretty good. But anyway, as I say, I'm going to drop over to some time lapse, and I'll see you in a little while. Bye for now. So there we have it. And that is just about the farm and the sheds cleared out. And we will be ready for the new farm as and when we start to build. Yeah, it's amazing. While I was doing the trailers and the other things, I actually saw the little planter there. And the thought to James himself was, don't forget with the Ford to take the planter out. Last thing you need to take out. Took the trailer out, what happened? It's like, oh, I'll take the tractors out now. And then I've just seen the planter again. And I was like, when I saw it, I was like, that was 5 seconds ago that I told you, don't forget to take the planter out with the Ford. Never mind, we'll get it out, don't worry. But yeah, so let's say we've sold the soybeans. That's gone reasonably well. I'll do the last little bit off camera. We don't need to see me running all the way down there just to do the last little bit, so I'll do that, as I say, off camera. But just wanted to get this done, get these cleared. This is the only shed really that, well, it's the only shed that we had equipment in. That shed had soybeans in, and the rest are empty anyway. And that will be another good thing that hopefully the farm build will bring, and that is you know, usable sheds that we'll actually use rather than just empty sheds that are standing around, you know, sort of doing nothing. But so you know, as I say, it will make us more efficient, and you know, just make the whole job better. I'm going to have to move that drill when the shed gets taken down, because for some some bizarre reason it's up against that shed, and the 3-point linkage is on the inside of that shed door, so I don't quite know how or why that's happened, but anyway, it has happened and I can't connect to it, unfortunately. So we'll have to, as I say, move that one when the shed goes. We'll have no choice, unfortunately. But anyway, that's all the equipment moved now to the field. I took the corn picker down, or the I say corn picker because I don't really know, you know, what that's called. It's not a sheller, but anyway, I took that down there because I said at the beginning of the program, crikey, I've gone up in the world. As I said in the beginning of the episode, you know, we've still got a small field of corn that we need to harvest. So that'll be the next episode, and we'll get that done, and then we'll be jobs are good. But yeah. So anyway, I'm going to leave this episode here. We've got everything done that we wanted to get done. We've got this shed emptied, and we've got the stuff moved out, and we've just got that little tiny bit there of soybean to pick up and then take to the sell point. As I say, I'll do that off camera. You don't need to see me take that. And next time, as I say, when we come back, we'll be harvesting the small little field, and then we've got farm build, and then we've got just get my bearings. There is Harry's farm. So those trees straight across there, where we're looking now. These trees here, these trees are all going to go, and then beyond there is 2 more fields that we recently bought for Harry's farm. They need joining together. There'll be trees that run that way as well as that way, and we need to then, as I say, get them done and get them so that they're gone and the field is joined up. The cornfield that is beyond those 2 fields, so still going in sort of that direction, if you can imagine, straight up, that will remain its own field individually. There's no need to join those 3 together and make one big field, because again, you know, we don't really have the equipment for that at the moment. Plus as well, we'll be able to separate them, and we'll be able to have them sort of as grass and you know, and arable fields, if you like. So it might even be another place for us to put down some more cattle. But yeah, anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. As I say, thanks ever so much for joining me. If you haven't done already, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. It really does help the channel. It really does help me. And say it helps the channel to grow. So that'd be fantastic. And all that's left for me to say is thanks ever so much for watching this episode, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye for now.